So we are live now. So good morning, students. Welcome to the class of MCE, that is Microsoft, Cambridge, and e-filing. We'll be taking these classes now. And we have with us here Peter, sir, who will be inaugurating the session. Good morning, sir, and a warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Janvi.
Yes, sir. Sir, you may proceed, sir.
Thank you. Hi, students. Hope everyone is okay. Very warm good morning to everyone. And we have gathered here for this a training of skill training for CMA. And I welcome all of you to this training. And this time we have slight changes. We have increased the number of hours to 6 so that the classes can be finished faster and you will be free after the class. And myself, I am Peter Richard. I am a chartered accountant. I heads the operations in AME. And regarding the subjects for you, as you all know, SAP training is already over, and we have Microsoft, e-filing, Cambridge lined up. And you know the importance of these courses. Excel and PPT, those are the most required or sought after softwares in the corporate world. So this is very much required for your corporate life or the after qualifying a CMA, and also the Word, which is every day required in a corporate life. Also, we have e-filing, very updated sessions, which will enable you to practice GST filing, income tax return filing, all these advanced government portals, how to navigate through the portals and how to file. That also we will be getting training. And we have Cambridge training as well, which will help you to improve or polish your linguistic skills. That also we have. And regarding the trainers, we have very experienced Rajneesh sir for the Microsoft training. He is a Microsoft certified trainer. And we have Priya, who is a cost and management accountant, who will be taking e-filing, taking you through e-filing sessions. And we also have multiple Cambridge experts, linguistic experts, to take you through the Cambridge sessions. So I just want to tell you this is a very rare opportunity that all the CMA students that you are getting. This is equal to a 6-month internship because you are getting experience on SAP, which is already completed. You are getting experience on Microsoft Codex. You are getting experience on e-filing, and you are shaping up your linguistic skills as well. So it's a very rare opportunity, very large opportunity. Please use this to the maximum, and please make the maximum use of the trainers as well. And we have Kunal and Janvi to support you all the time, and if there is any difficulty, please reach out to them. And I just want to give you all the best to you, and not only for skill training and also for your future exams. So thank you everyone. Thanks a lot, and let's start the sessions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the inaugural session. And now we'll be starting the session, sir. Sir, can you unshare the screen so that Rajneesh sir's screen is visible, sir?
Yeah,
just a moment.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Just a moment. It's okay, fine, sir.
Yeah.
Rajneesh, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you share the screen? Then I'll share that screen in this.
I've shared
So
it.
yes, sir. Your Word file should be visible. Now the Teams is visible here.
Okay. Oh, fine. Okay, I think then I'll share that screen only.
Yes, sir. That would be better. Yes, sir. Just a moment, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now the screen is visible. Okay. The Word screen is visible now, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So students, to give a brief about Rajneesh sir, he is a graduate with over 20 years of experience in sales and marketing, customer service and training. He has handled senior positions in various organizations of repute. He is a Microsoft certified office specialist in MS Excel 2016 and 2019 versions. And he is also a Microsoft Office specialist expert in MS Excel. He is a Microsoft certified Power BI data analyst associate, and currently he is a CEO for LearnTree School for Excellence. He is also a certified digital marketer, and he has handled over various trainings for corporates like Macmillan, Bisgate, Pearson, Ayush Care, COSO India Limited, Vijay Bhava Alumni, Manorama Horizon, etc. So, and he has handled institutional training programs also for Lead College, KBS Cochin, ACE College, Manorama Horizon, Bharat Mata College, Kozinchampura Monty College, RIMS Chennai, Amrita College, Mysore, Amrita College, Cochin, Musaliar College, and Pathanamthitta College. And he has trained over 7,000 learners in Excel and other various disciplines. So a warm welcome, Rajneesh sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And
So-
sir, you may please start the session, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Janvi, for introducing me, and thank you so much, Peter sir, also to welcome me to this session. I'm so happy to take a session for such a reputed organization, and to such a great number of audience also. So I really hope we can learn it together. And I don't have to introduce myself now again, because my introduction is also already over. I just wanted to tell you something about me. Just wanted to add something about me. It's that whatever I am going to train you is not that I have learned it from the books, or nor I have gone to any institute for training. This is something which I have learned myself for my job. Okay, so everybody can do that as well. However, what I will do is that I will take you through the experience which I have already got, from different companies where I've worked. Okay, so whatever I'm going to teach you is, I'll not use that word teaching, because we'll have just learning together sessions. All right, so that's what I wanted to tell you before I start. All right, now let us get into the sessions. Okay, so the first and foremost thing which we need to understand is we need to understand about the MS Office package. Most of you might be aware of this, I know that, but still, if at all there is somebody who is completely pretty new to this complete thing, then this introduction might help you. Otherwise, those who know about this, please remain patient. We'll have advanced sessions also. But I wanted to start it from the scratch, so that there is no link gaps between the learners and whatever I'm trying to talk to you. Right. So MS Office package, Microsoft Office package is designed specifically for the offices. Okay. So Microsoft had designed a complete package, where the people working in different offices in different roles can use at their own convenience. Right. So in MS Office package, there are so many tools which is available. The most used of it is, I would say MS Word is there, MS Excel is there, and MS PowerPoint is there, and we have MS Access, and we have MS Outlook, and we have MS Teams. Okay, and there are so many other also, but these are the most used tools. Okay, and out of this, for the CMA students and all, for you to work on, I think the most one which you are going to use is MS Excel. So we will be covering this MS Excel in depth. Okay, definitely we'll be covering MS Word also and MS PowerPoint also. But MS Excel is like an ocean, which there are so many features for making your life better. Okay, so all these tools are to help you out. All these tools across, whether it is MS Word, whether it is MS Excel, PowerPoint, everything is to make your life simpler, right? So MS Excel is most prominent of it, especially when it comes to your kind of job roles, right? And MS Access is actually these things you might have heard of, but some people, I think many people might not have heard of this term called MS Access. It's actually a database management software. Okay, this is to more to do with the databases. So more to do with the programming kind of things. So where we need to store some data onto the data as tables and databases. That is where we use MS Access. MS Outlook, I think you would definitely know, it is actually used as an emailing software, right? It is mostly used to compose emails, to get the emails and all those things. We use Outlook, and MS Teams is where we are now. Currently we are in MS Teams because this is a meeting or a webinar or online class software. Okay, Teams can be used for webinars, online meetings, and so many things. And Teams has really come up really well. In the latest versions and all, MS Teams has really, they have introduced so many exciting features in terms of MS Teams. Okay, but in our complete course, for all these days, we will be completing these three things. Okay, so we will be covering these three major topics, MS Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. So that is what we are going to learn in our entire course. All right. Now, out of those three, I would start with MS Word now. Okay, I would like to start this with MS Word. Now, what is this MS Word software all about? Each application software is designed to achieve some certain goals. Okay, so MS Word software is designed to create and manage documents. So MS Word is essentially to create and manage documents. What type of documents? Documents can be different types. A document can be a letter or a project report, right? Or an official proposal. So many applications. So documents can be any of these things and even more. Okay, so there are different type of documents which we wanted to manage. So to manage these documents, MS Word gives you so many features. So many exciting and very useful features are available with MS Word. That is what we are trying to learn it now. Right? Okay. So, okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you. We'll be covering this using Office 365 applications. What is Office 365 now? MS Office, for any software in the market. Okay, for any software in this market, even when you are using the Android phones, you have Android updations, right? Every time there will be some updates coming in. Why are they doing it? Because they wanted to stand in the market. They wanted to be a big competitor for anybody else in the market who are doing the same thing. So likewise, even Microsoft Office also have they also release some new versions every now and then. Okay, so the earlier version was 2016 version, Office 2016. Before that it was Office 2013. So like that, there are 2010, 2007, like that it will go, 3 year gap. So in 2019, 2019 they introduced the 2019 version. Along with that, they also introduced Office 365. Office 365 has lot more to do with the cloud part of it also. Okay, this Office 365 can be accessed from cloud softwares also. So why did they do that? Why did they come out with this cloud application? Because every one of you might be aware of something called Google Docs, Google Sheets, like that. So Google is also coming up with similar kind of softwares, which is completely online, which is completely cloud based. Now, what is the benefit of being cloud based? The major benefit is that you don't have to install any software. You don't have to install any software in your desktop. You just have to have a proper internet connection. You just have to have a proper internet connection to work with those kind of softwares. Okay, so that is one major advantage. Another advantage is that collaboration is possible. So now what is meant by collaboration? What is meant by collaboration? Collaboration is nothing but there will be, for example, it's a big company where you have office in Hyderabad, you have office in Bangalore also. So one guy working in Bangalore, working with a document. Okay, at the same time, the same document can be accessed by a guy who is sitting in Hyderabad also. So that is what it is called as collaboration, right? The same time. Otherwise, what we would do, if we wanted to send this document to somebody else, I would have to mail it. Then he will receive that mail, he will open it, and he will work on it, and he will send back to us, and we will again work on it. It will go like that. But in this case, when there is a collaboration possibility, when it is cloud-based software, when it is a cloud-based software, what happens is the same time live. The people sitting in Bangalore, people sitting in Hyderabad also can work on the same document at the same time. So that is major advantage of being collaborative, right? So these are the major benefit of being cloud-based software. And you all know that Google Docs and Google Sheets, for a certain limit of storage space, if you are using, you don't have to pay anything. It is completely free of cost. Google has come out this with complete free of cost. Everybody, each and everybody who is having a Gmail ID can access to this Docs and Sheets, right? And even presentation software is also there. Google Slides presentation software is also there. So if Microsoft also doesn't come up with cloud-based applications, then they will be thrown out of the market slowly. So that is why they have came up with this Office 365, and Office 365 have both desktop and cloud. Both are there. Office 365 supports desktop applications and cloud-based applications also, right? Both are there. So we will be taking through the desktop application of Office 365. Okay, so when they introduced this version, there are so many changes when compared to Office 2016. So many changes they have introduced when compared to Office 2016, right? And they also have come up with the cloud. Hope it's clear for you. So now let us start with the MS Word. Okay, as I told you, MS Word is completely a document creation and management software. Okay, so we'll have a page. This is the page where we are going to enter the details. enter the the sentence, all those things. The content will be typed in this page, as you all know. You all might have created your resume using MS Word and all, right? So most of you would have an experience in working in, at least a basic experience of working with MS Word. So, but here we will be learning some more new concepts which I think you might not be aware of, unless you have gone to some center to learn, learn this in depth. Okay, otherwise normally people doesn't explore these kinds of additional things. Any which ways, as I told you earlier, we will be starting from the basics, right? So the first and foremost thing, when you start preparing a document, what should you select? What should you do before you working on a software? Imagine, okay, let us forget about MS Word now. Imagine you are you're going to write a letter. Okay, you are going to prepare a letter using pen and paper. Fine, not from MS Word. So first thing, what will you do? You will select a paper, right? You will select a paper. The paper size, you will decide, okay, this is the letter I wanted to write, so I need a big paper. Or this is only a small thing which I wanted to write, so I'll take only a small piece of paper, right? So the first and foremost thing which we does is we will understand what is the type of paper which we'll decide what is the type of paper which we are going to use. And I suggest each and everybody here to start with that only in MS Word. To start with that only, right? So here in this case, first and foremost thing, before you start preparing a document, I would always strongly suggest you to go to this layout tab. First and foremost thing. Now, is it a hard and fast rule? Will Word give you an error if you are directly starting to directly starting to prepare a document? No, Word will not throw you any errors on this. But it is always good. It is always a good practice to go to the layout tab and set the page first. Set the margin, set the page, everything you need to set. Only then you start preparing the document. So let us do that first. Let us understand what are the options available in the layout tab. Okay. In the layout tab, the first and foremost thing is the margins. Okay. Here, okay, even before you go to the margins, I would always suggest you to select the page size first. Let us take let us determine or let us decide the page size which we are going to use to prepare this document. What size of page? I hope everyone is aware of different page sizes available. Okay, these are the standard page sizes. For example, A4 is a standard page size. Normally, a letter or or a normal document will be prepared in the A4 pages only. And we have different other page sizes also available. A5, A3, executive, statement, legal. For example, you are preparing a legal kind of a document, the page size is a bit different. Okay, it will be lengthy. The page size will be more lengthy. So you will have to take the legal size. Legal size, the dimensions are different, right? And which one is the bigger one? I hope everyone knows this. I mean, out of A3, A4 and A5, which one is bigger? A3 is bigger, A4 is smaller, and A5 is still smaller. Okay, I would like to tell this that the half of A3 page is A4. The half of A4 page is A5. Okay, that is the best explanation which I can give you to if you don't know about this page sizes. Anyways, let us take A4 now. Okay, this is already by default, it will be A4 only. So I'll select A4 only. Okay, now let us work on margins. What is margins? Margins are, for example, this, can you see this ruler here? I'll show my mouse pointer. This is my mouse pointer. And there are some gray shades available here. These are the gray shades. These are also gray shades. And here also there is a gray shade. And whatever there is some white spaces also. So whatever we are going to type will be inside this white spaces only. The other one, this space, this particular box will not be usable. You cannot use this box. Okay, because these are margins. Why do we keep margins? To make the document pretty clear, and to make the document very much readable, and to make the document beautiful. Okay, that is why we wanted to keep margins, right? Even when we scroll down, we have a bottom margin also. Here, this is the bottom margin. This is the bottom margin. This till this point only we can type. Till this point only we can type. Okay. Below that you cannot type anything. So that is margins. Now, if you wanted to change the margins, you can change also. This is a default setting, and whenever you wanted to change the margins, you can change also. So I'll go to the margins options, and I have normal margin, a narrow margin, a moderate margin, wide margin. So normal margin is what we have set it now by default. Narrow margin is where we have more space for the content and the margin is very less. The content space will be more, the margin will be very less. That is narrow margin. Moderate, okay, it's almost near to normal only. And wide margin is where the content space is very less and the margins will be very more. Okay, that is wide margin. So like that, we have different type of margins which you can explore yourself. And one more thing I wanted to tell you here, I don't want to spoon feed each and everything here. I'll just tell you these are the options, and these are the options where we can do these things. Okay, from there you can, and I would always wanted you to practice it and explore this more. Okay, try with all the type of margins and understand what is happening. So, okay, so that is the best way of learning. Instead of me giving it you as a spoon feeding, you also have to develop the learn to learn, that kind of attitude also. Right now, the second thing, okay, after you keep the margins or even before the margins also, you can decide on the orientation. Now, what is the orientation? What is the orientation? I'll just show you an example. I'll just add. Now, if the document is like this, okay, this is called portrait orientation. This is called portrait orientation. Now, if the margin, if the page is like this, this is called landscape orientation. Now, this is portrait and this is landscape. So you can decide what type of orientation you wanted to fix for your document, whether you are going to create a document in landscape mode or whether you are going to create a document in the portrait mode. Clear? So that is what we are fixing from the orientation. Okay. So that is the only thing currently. We might go through some other options also later. Okay, so currently this might be this is the things which you need to set before you start preparing any document. Otherwise, what would happen is that if you have created a document, you have created maybe a 20 pages document, you have created a report, you have developed. After that, you are going to, okay, then only you understood, okay, now I had done this in A4. Actually, I wanted in this A3. So when you are changing the page size, paper size, after preparing the document, what happens is that your document alignment might change completely. Then you will have to work on that again from the scratch. That is why I'm always suggesting you to fix up the page size, fix up the margins and fix up the orientation before you start working on any kind of documents. Hope it's clear for you. So that is the layout tab. Now, Janvi, can you tell me whether, just a second, I'm just minimizing this word. Is still this word file is visible to you, Janvi? Janvi is there? Okay, just a second, guys. I'll let me get some contents so that we can start working on it. I've
Yes,
already
sir.
prepared some contents. Still my Word file is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just wanted to confirm with the students. Students, the screen is visible, right? Can you just message on the Q&A section that the screen is visible, word screen? So in the meantime, you can search for that.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yes, yes. Students, just confirm if you are able to see the screen. Yes, it's visible. Okay, fine. Fine, sir. Sir, you can continue, sir.
All right.
Yes. Sir, just zoom in a little bit the screen so that student it would be visible.
I'll do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That would be better.
Yeah. All right. So now I've got some contents here, right? I've got some sample contents so that we can learn using the sample contents. Now, what we are going to learn now is these options, the formatting options. I think most of you would know, but still I will show you what are all the formatting options available with MS Word. Now, what is formatting? Formatting is nothing but to work with the text. Whenever you wanted to make this bold, you wanted to change the color of the font, you want to change the font style itself, you want to increase or decrease the font. So many things are available, right? So many things are available when it comes to the formatting in Word. So let us learn that one by one. Okay, so I'm just selecting this part, okay, because I am going to make all the formatting in this particular sentence. Okay, so I'll select this part and the first thing in the home tab, go to the home tab. In the font group, the first thing you can see here is, if you can drop down on this, if you can click on the drop down, there are different font styles available. Okay, there are different font styles available. So many different font styles are available. So whichever font style you wanted to use, you can click on that particular font style. Okay, this is another kind of font style. Now, the second box you can find, you can see 11 here. Now 11 is the size of the font. Now you can increase or decrease the font size. So here it's 11. I'm just increasing this to maybe 24. This is a font size 24. And if you wanted to decrease it, get it back to 11, I can click on 11 again. The same thing, the same font size can be changed by using these two buttons also. Okay, the same thing. Either you can go to this drop down and select a font size, or you can just click on this big A button. This big A button is to increase the font size 2 points. So I'm just clicking this once. Now 11 have become 12. Okay, 1 point each. Whenever I'm clicking on this, 1 point each, it will increase. Okay, again it is 2 points. Against 2 points. Okay, now it's 2 points getting increased. So there is a small pattern happening here. Okay, there is a small pattern happening here. When I'm clicking this once, the first time when I'm clicking on this, 11 becomes 12. Again, when I'm clicking on this, 12 becomes 14. Again, I'm clicking, 14 becomes 16. And again, I'm clicking, 16 becomes 18. Like that it will go. Like that it will go. And if you wanted to decrease the point size, 2 points, you can click this small A button. So the big A button is to increase the font size and small A button is to decrease the font size. So this is more easy. You don't have to go to the scroll button but if in case you have a precise font size, some documents might require, some people might tell you the font size should be 15. In that case, you will have to go here. You will have to use it from here. Right now, this you can see a small a and a capital A. Let me change this font back to my normal font. Yeah. Now, if you're going here, this button is called change case. Okay, this button is called change case. Now, what is change case? If you click on this, there are different options available. The first one is sentence case. Now, what is sentence case? What is sentence case? It's not changing. Okay, I'll select this thing. Okay, the sentence case is nothing but the first letter of the content will be will be in the capital letter. All the other characters will be small letters. That is sentence case. Now I think since I have downloaded this from a document from a web source, that is why it is not getting changed. If you had typed this manually, you can definitely change this. Okay. Now the second one is lowercase. If I'm clicking on lowercase, all the characters, irrespective of whether it is a sentence starting, whether it is short form, even if we have a short form in that sentence, irrespective of that, each and every characters will be converted to lowercase. That is lowercase. Now, what is uppercase? All the characters will be converted to capital letter. Okay. And we have something called capitalize each word. What is capitalize each word? All the first letters of each word will be in caps. First letter of each word will be in a capital letter. Okay. And we have something called toggle case. Now, what is toggle case? Whatever was there in the capital letter will be converted to small letter. And whatever was there in the small letter will be converted to capital letter. So it's toggling between small and capital. Okay. So initially we had this M capital and OST small. So now what happened was M became small and OST became capital. So it has toggled. Okay, that is toggle case. So it will work reverse. That is toggle case. I'll get this back to sentence case. Now this is back. So this is about changing the case. Okay. Now this next one is, I'll select this only. I'll go to this bold. Bold is getting the characters thicker, which you wanted to, which you wanted the readers to focus on this more. So that is where we make this bold. This is very important, or this is a heading to tell them that we are putting this bold. We are setting this as bold. And we have italics. This is italics, where we will get it slanted. And we have underline. Underline is where we have a line below our content. So bold, italic, underline. Now we have something called strike through. For example, you wanted to strike through. You wanted to select this word and you wanted to strike through. You can. So sometimes you might have to use these tools. Okay, sometimes you wanted to tell them that no, this is not right. Okay, so there we can use this strike through. Okay, and this is subscript and this is superscript. Now what is subscript and superscript? For example, I am just putting something called 8th and I'm pressing the space bar. This TH had automatically converted to superscript. Now if you can see here, this is enabled, superscript is enabled. This is automatically converted to. Now, in case this did not get automatically converted, sometimes it may happen. Okay, sometimes Word will not understand that this had to be taken to the superscript. In that case, you can manually change this to superscript. So just to select the TH and here you have this X square, this button. Click on that. Now this is superscript. And subscript is just opposite of it, So sometimes you wanted to give some scientific symbols and all those things. This is where, or mathematical symbols, this is where we use superscript and subscript more. Okay, now this is different type of styles. Okay, so there are different type of predefined styles available. Okay, you wanted to make this to a small 3D kind of, style, or you wanted to give a small reflection. See, there is a small kind of reflection. If you can closely watch, you can closely see this. There is a small reflection here, right? So these are the things which is predefined. You just have to go here. You just have to click on whichever style you wanted to make. This is with the outline. So all these things are available. And each and everything we can customize also. So for example, this is in normal stage now, normal style. I'm not giving any styles. Okay, so here I'll go to this. Okay, I'll go to this. There is something called outline. Okay, outline, I'm going to give a small color. So I've got the outline color. The font color is not changed. The font color is still black. If you can closely observe, the font color is still black, but I have given a yellow outline to this particular word. Okay, outline. And even you can manage the thickness of this outline also. For example, I wanted to decrease the weight of this outline. I can decrease the weight. I'll see the thickness of that outline is now reduced, and you can increase this also. And you can increase this also whenever it is wanted, whenever you wanted that. Okay, and next one is shadow. If you wanted to give a shadow to your text, there are again predefined shadow options are there. Any shadow options can be used. Any shadow options can be used. Okay, any shadow options can be used, and you can specify exactly what kind of shadow you wanted also. These are predefined thing, and if you're clicking on shadow options, you have different shadow options available here. Okay, different shadow options available here. You can change the size of the shadow. See, now this is big. The shadow is very big. Okay, you can change the size. You can change the angle where your shadow is to be placed. Okay, you can change the angle also, and even distance also. If you can increase this distance, see, the shadow is now very far from the text. Okay, so I'm just increasing this and I'm changing this angle. See, now my shadow is above my text because I have changed the angle. right? So this is where we have so many options. Even you can change the shadow color also. By default, shadow color will be a gray. Okay, you wanted to change the shadow color to something else, you can change that also. But normally we don't change this shadow color, right? We have the shadow color as gray only normally. But if in case you wanted to change, there is an option to change also. Now, next one is reflection. Reflection is what we had seen earlier. Okay, again we have, this is the reflection. This is another type of reflection which we have. Okay, again we have reflection options also. As we had shadow options, we have reflection options also. I want everyone to go here and explore different type of reflection options. Okay, you have to explore these type of reflection options. What would happen if I'm increasing the transparency? What would happen if I'm changing the size, blur, distance? So all these things I wanted everyone to explore this more. It's very interesting also. It's very interesting. And glow. What is glow? Glow is what we get, you know, it's another type of outline only, but the outline will be bit blurred also. This is glow. You're getting a glow to that particular content. You're getting a glow to that particular content. Okay, and we have different number styles, which you can explore this when you're typing some numbers and all. And so many other styles also. So many other advanced style sets is also available. But these are the ones which we normally use in our on a daily basis. Okay, now I will change the complete style and back to my normal. Yeah. Okay. Can you see the screen now? I don't know whether it is still available.
No, sir. Screen is not visible, sir.
What happened?
Suddenly it went off, sir. So you have to share the screen again.
I don't know what happened. Suddenly it got. No, I did not do anything.
Okay, sir.
Now is it visible?
Yes, sir. Visible now, sir.
All right. Okay, now the next tool is highlighter tool. We used to use this highlighter pen, no, in the textbook and all for us to, you know, to mark that this particular point is very important. Okay, so I wanted to highlight only this sentence. I'll select this sentence and I'll choose the highlighter color using this drop down. In the drop down, you can choose the highlighter color, whichever color you wanted to use it for the highlighting, you can use. So it's called highlighter. Okay, and this is the font color. This is the font color. Here you can choose any type of font colors. Any font colors can be chosen here. You can either choose a single color like this, or you can have a gradient color pattern also. Okay, inside the text you can have a gradient color pattern also. See, these kinds of tools, these kinds of options were only available with, you know, Adobe PageMaker, Adobe Photoshop and all those things. We never, even from my part, if I'm talking to you, I never imagined these things would come to MS Word. Okay, this gradient color and all was completely unimaginable in terms of MS Word. Now they have come up with all these things. Now I think it's even in 2016 version itself, they have come up with all these gradient color so many different options. More gradients are also available. You can choose preset gradients. I'll take the gradient fill here, and preset gradients. There are different type of preset gradients available. See, this is a gradient color. Gradient color is nothing but it's a combination of two or more colors. That is gradient. Okay, so that kind of color also can be given to the contents. So these are the options which is available and which is most used options in terms of font formatting. Okay. Now, okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you. Okay, that I'll take it later. No problem. No problem. Okay, now the second box here is paragraph box. Okay, here you can change the alignment of the contents. Now see, it's left aligned. This is left aligned. Why it is called left aligned? Because on the left margin, everything is in a line. But right side, right side, if you can see here, right side, observe this. It is not in a single line. It is not in a line. So some content has gone till this, have reached till this point. Some content have reached till the margin end. No, it's not in a single line. So this is now set as a left aligned content. Okay. Now this is the left align button. This is selected. Okay. The second option here is center align. Second option here is center align. If you can click on center align, both these left and right will not be in a straight line. When you select the center alignment, both of these left and right margins, it will not be in a single line. And now this is right alignment. Right alignment is where you have this in the right side margins in a straight line and left side will not be in a straight line. Now the fourth alignment is justify. Now what is justify? Justify is where we have both the margins in the straight line. So normally when you prepare a document, when you prepare an official document, you always will have to put it in a justified alignment. So this looks really professional. Okay, this looks really professional. Otherwise, the problem is that people might not like even to read this out. By seeing this paper itself, they'll throw it away if your alignment is not proper. Right, so you can select all these alignments: left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, and justify alignment. Now, you wanted to give some points. Okay, you wanted to specify a content in points, point by point. So advantages of photosynthesis. Okay, and you wanted to see 1, 2, 3. First advantage is this, second advantage is this, like that you wanted to specify. There you can either use a bullet or use a number. Okay, these are the two options. In the paragraph, you can see the first one is bullet, the second button is for the number. If I click on bullet, I'll get a bullet point here. I'll type something. Okay, I'll just type 0.1. I'll press enter. As soon as I press enter, I'll get another bullet in the next line. And see the alignment, the gaps and all, it's neatly placed. You don't have to do anything. If you're just applying the bullets, it is automatically there is a margin, there is a tab which is applied, and there is a small space between the bullet and the content. And here I'll put 0.2. Again press enter, again I'll get another bullet. If you don't want this bullet, now I wanted to continue with the paragraph. But what happens is each and every time I am pressing enter button, I am getting this bullet, this bullets, right? Now, if I don't want this bullet, I'll just press backspace and again backspace, I'll get to the margin. I'll get back to the margin. Now I can type the paragraph. If you wanted to continue with the paragraph, you can continue with that. Clear? So that is bullet. Now, what is numbering? Okay. Numbering is another type of bulleting only. Okay. Again, one more thing. If you don't want this round bullet, you have different other options also. If you can click on this drop down, there are different type of bullets available. If you wanted to have a tick mark, you can have a tick mark. Or if you wanted to have this particular bullet, a small colorful bullet, you can do that also. So many different bullet options are available. Okay. Now the second one is numbering. If you can click on the numbering part, I'll get the number 1 first. Okay. Here I'll give the point 1, and as soon as I press enter, I'll get the point 2. Automatically it is getting incremented. Point 2. Again I press enter, I'll get point 3. And I'll add one more point. Now imagine I am deleting this point 2. I don't want this content. Okay, I am going to select this content and press the delete key. What happened? Automatically the number also got updated. So it did not leave the point number 2 blank. What happened? The point 3 got upgraded. No, the point 3 was lifted up to the point 2, to this second point. The second point was not left blank. And where is my point number 4? It is gone because there is no need of point number 4 now. Clear? So this will automatically happen. You don't have to do anything for that. You just have to set the numbering. That's all. Again, numbering also have different options. You can have 1, 2, 3. You can have 1 bracket, 2 bracket, 3 bracket like that. Or you can have Roman letters, or you can have A, B, C, D. So many different options are there. Whichever options you want to take, you can take. So many different options. You can take any of these options. Okay, that is bullets and numbering. Now we have learned about the alignment. We have learned about the bullets and numbering. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to learn something called styles. Okay. It's a beautiful tool, but what I understand is that it is rarely used. Most people doesn't know the beauty of this particular tool. Okay, we will learn that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this heading. In the styles tab, there is an up arrow mark, there is a down arrow mark, and here I have something called styles or quick styles. This button is called quick styles. Click on quick styles. And we have different options. Okay, we have normal, no spacing, heading, heading 2, heading 3, like that. So I'll select heading here. I'll select the heading here. So heading is a predefined style. So here, if you can notice, the color is changed, the font size is changed, the bold has come. So many things. So it's all predefined. It is all predefined. I did not change the color. I did not change the size. But as soon as I selected this particular option, my text has completely changed. Now I wanted all my headings in this format. Either you can select the next heading. Where is my next heading? Yeah, this is my next heading. I'll select this. Again, I'll click on heading. This is one way of doing it. Otherwise, what we can do is you can select this. You can select this. Okay, and you have something called Format Painter. You have something called Format Painter. Click on Format Painter. Come down. Now see, along with my cursor, there is a small brush icon also is there. See, along with my cursor, there is a small brush icon also is there. Now I'll come down with this cursor where I have brush along with, I'll select these content because this is where I wanted to copy this formatting. So what did we do now? We just copied this formatting. We did not copy the content. We've copied the formatting. This style has been copied. To where did I copy this to? To my next heading. Now again I'll select this. Again I'll click on Format Painter. Again I'll come down. Again I'll come down. Next heading, I'll select the next heading. Now this heading is also having the same style. Right? But here one small concern, one small issue is that every time you have to select this and click on Format Painter and click the destination word. Again, I'll have to select the destination source word. Again, I'll have to click on the Format Painter. So it's all tedious process, right? So many unwanted process involved. Right? So what we can do here is, one second. Okay, I've changed this back to the normal font. I'll select this and I'll click on Format Painter, not once, twice. I'll double click on this Format Painter. I'll double click on this Format Painter. Now I'll select this content. What happened? I have got this formatting. Now again I'll come here, come down. Again I'll come down. I'll select this content. So I don't have to go back to this Format Painter again. I don't have to go back to this Format Painter again because my Format Painter is still enabled. And I'll select whichever headings. I just have to select it. That's all. Okay. So this Format Painter will be there as long as we tell them, okay, let us switch off this Format Painter. Only then this Format Painter will get disabled. Till that point, this will be enabled only. Till that point, this will be enabled only. Okay, so how do we disable this? You just have to go to Format Painter and just click it once. Just to click it once. I hope you understood the importance of this, because what happens is, I'll just show this again because there might be a confusion. Why did I do this? Okay, for those people who did not understand this well, I'm just going to show this again. So what we did was, we wanted to have all the headings in the same style. Okay, we wanted to have all the headings in the same style. So what I did initially, I selected this, I clicked on this Format Painter and I selected this content. Now, as soon as I release the mouse, my Format Painter is disabled. And even the selection is also gone. Now, if I wanted the same formatting to be copied to the next topic, next heading, again I'll have to select here. Again I'll have to click on Format Painting, and I'll have to again go to the next content and again select it. Release with the mouse. Again the Format Painter got off. Again I'll have to select. So this is tedious process. That is what I was trying to tell. So instead what happens is, if you are double clicking on this Format Painter, this will not get disabled unless and until we tell it to disable it. Hope it's clear for you. Right, now I'm going to have the same heading format for all the topics. Second topic, I have the heading style. Third topic, I am going to have the same heading style. And I think it is the last topic, conclusion, I have the same style. Oops. Okay, now now what is the benefit of setting this heading style? One benefit is that you can collapse this. For example, I've collapsed this point, I've collapsed this point, I've collapsed this point, and I've collapsed this point. Now what is remaining here in the whole document? In the whole document, only the heading is remaining. Only the heading is remaining. So if you wanted to see what is the content inside this heading, then you will have to click on this arrow mark. Now I will get the whole content. I can collapse this, or I can enhance this. Right. So this is another advantage of setting the heading style. This is only because Word have identified this particular content as a heading. There is one more benefit of it. I'll take you through that benefit maybe after some time. Okay, so during while showing another tool, I'll show another benefit of setting this as the heading. I'll enlarge this also, and I'll do this also. Okay, so these are the styles. So there are different type of styles available. We have chosen the heading style for this. All right. Now, next one, there is something called the line spacing options. There is something called a line spacing options is there. This is where we set the line spacing options. Okay, I'll open it for a Q&A session after completing this topic also. Okay, because this completes with our one set of topics. Right. So here I'll go here. I'll go here. I'll go here. I have 1.15, 1.5. See the difference which is happening. Observe the difference in the paragraph. We have, so this is 1.5. So each line have a spacing of 1.5 points each. Okay, there is 2, 2.5, 3, so many things. And you have line spacing options. Additionally, if you wanted to go here, and you have so many different line spacing options also available. So before the line, how many points? After the line, how many points? What is the line spacing? All these things can be specified from this point also. Okay, so this is line spacing. I'll go get back this to the 1 point only. All right, now I think we can go for the Q&A sessions. Janvi, can you coordinate on that?
Yes, sure. So just a moment.
Yeah.
I'm reading the questions which are there. So just a moment. I'm checking the questions.
Yeah.
Students, any questions pertaining to the topic till now? What sir has explained, kindly mention it. Yes, sir. One question is there. How to make heading collapsed and matter visible?
No, heading collapsed. Why do we wanted to collapse the heading? To make the matter hide, right? So the point of making it this collapsed is to hide the matter. You don't want it to see the matter. So there is no point of getting this both done at the same point.
Okay, got it, sir. I hope the student has got the answer. Any other questions, students? We are waiting for 2 minutes and then we will continue further.
Janvi, can you allow me 2 minutes of time?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah, I'll just be back in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir, sure.
I'll keep my screen on only.
Yes, sir. Fine, sir. Students, please wait.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, sir. Sure. I'll read out one question. Hello.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, sir. So one question is that how to compress and enhance the matter below the heading.
How to compress and
Enhance the matter below the heading.
compress. I know I did not get that question properly. How to compress and enhance.
Enhance. Yeah. Shrija, please clarify.
Yeah, I did not understand that question.
So one question is, can you just repeat how to collapse the matter?
Okay. To collapse the matter, first and foremost thing you need to set this as a heading. Okay, only then this button will be enabled. Only then this button will be seen. If you can click on this button, this small triangle button, no? If you can click on this button, this will be collapsed. So each heading you will have this button. So I have collapsed all the matters. Now only heading is being seen.
Yes, sir, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, only this question right now.
Only this. Okay.
Yes.
Then shall we move on to the next topic?
Yes, sir, sure.
All right. Okay. Next topic, next tab which we are going to discuss is about the insert tab. Okay, insert tab, we have so many options available. So many options available in the insert tab. This is where you can insert a picture, you can insert an additional object, a shape or a table or anything, you know, in our document. So whichever additional objects you wanted to insert, you will go to the insert tab only. For example, I wanted to add a table. Okay, I wanted to add a table, under this particular paragraph. So I'll go to insert tab. You have two different type of tables. You can create a table in two different ways. One way of doing it is you can just scroll the mouse. You can just move the mouse around. Okay. So if I'm moving to this particular box, this is 1 into 1 table. This is 1 into 1 table. Now, if I'm moving this to the left, I did not click. Okay. Remember, I'm not clicking on this. I am just moving it around. Now, this is 2 into 1, where we have 2 columns and 1 row. Now I am coming down. Okay, I'm moving to the right and I'm coming down 3 points. Now this is 3 into 3, 3 columns and 3 rows. So like this, if I'm putting, this is 4 columns and 3 rows. If I'm clicking here, this will be my table. Now I have 4 columns and 3 rows in this particular table. Okay, now I'll remove this table. Another way of creating a table is you can directly go to insert table. You can directly go to insert table. In the insert table, you can specify the number of columns and number of rows which you want. Okay, here you don't have to select like that. You just have to type the number. For example, this is 4 and this is 3. I'll get 4 columns and 3 rows. Now, irrespective of the number of columns and rows which we have specified while creating the table, you can add or remove any number of columns and any number of rows to this table. Okay, for example, I have some content here. Okay, maybe I'll just put like this: name of the plant, scientific name, whether it is a flowering plant. Okay, and you have what we can tell, the color of the plant. Okay, now after creating all these columns, now you identify, now you understood that I wanted one more column. I wanted to have one more column here. Now only you have understood that. Okay, so in that case, you just have to click on this column. How did you click? On top of the column, when I'm placing my mouse pointer there, you can see a dark down arrow mark. This dark down arrow mark. When I'm getting that dark down arrow mark, just to click on that. So this complete column is now selected. Now, as soon as I select that, I'll get an additional small menu here. A sub menu, I'll get it here. So I'll click on insert. From this sub menu, I'll click on insert. Okay. And I'll click on insert left. So what happened? One column has been added to the left side of this column. One column has been added to the left side of this column. So if you wanted to have this on the right side, I can delete this column. So again, to delete a column, what should you do? The same thing. Select this column, go to the delete button and delete columns. Again, select this. Again, select this. I can, okay, if I'm clicking on this insert, I can have the new column towards the right side of the selected column also. So both these options are available, left side column or right side column also available. Now, I am putting some content. Okay, I'm just putting some sample content here. Okay, and now when I reached this point, I just clicked the tab key. In the keyboard, we have a tab key. I clicked on the tab key. Now my pointer has been moved to the next row. Okay, again next row. Now the rows has been completed. You wanted to insert one more row if you wanted to add one more content, right? So to insert a row, you don't have to follow the same steps as we did with the insert column. From this point, you can just press a tab key. Automatically, a row will be added. You don't have to go through all these process of selecting this row, inserting. That way also you can insert, but you don't have to do that. You just have to come here, press a tab key, you will get one more row. Come here, come to the last column, press a tab key, I am getting one more row. So like that, you can increase the number of rows also. So what I'm trying to tell is selecting the number of columns and rows while creating a table is not that important. You can select any number of columns and any number of rows, and afterwards you can completely customize it also. Clear? Now, if I've created a table, I'll get, if I'm selecting this table, I'll get another additional tab called table design. Okay, see, now there is no tab called table design. Now there is no tab called table design, but only when I select this tab, I'm getting table design. So I'll click on table design. I'll click on table design. There are so many predefined styles which is available. For example, I'm clicking on the shading. Shading, I'll just select a color. I'll get all the different type of shadings available. All the different type of shadings will be available. Okay, here again, if you can click on this particular table styles, there is a more styles options, table styles options. So you'll get so many predefined color styles, color patterns are available. Okay, for example, I'm selecting this particular color pattern. The whole table has been changed to that particular color pattern. Otherwise, what you had to do, if you did not have this type of color patterns, predefined color patterns, you will have to select the whole column, change the color, select the whole row, change the color, again select this row, change the color. So each and every row you have to manually do it. Okay. But in this case, predefined color patterns available, and you don't have to do it manually. Now I've created another color pattern. I've selected another color pattern, and this color pattern, in this color pattern, I wanted to have each and every alternate rows to have a shading. Example, I wanted to shade this row. The first row need not be shaded. The second row need to be shaded. Third row need not be shaded. Fourth row need to be shaded. So every alternate rows has to be shaded. In that case, select the table, go to the table design, and you have something called banded rows. I think this style doesn't support banded rows. This style doesn't support banded rows. Let me take another style. Yeah. Okay. This style supports banded rows. This is banded rows. Okay. But if you don't want this banded rows, I wanted all the rows in the same color. In that case, you can go to the table design and go to the banded rows. You can disable banded rows. So see, now all the rows are in the same color. All the rows are in the same color. So this is called banded rows and table design. So when I'm creating a table, I have these many options available. And whenever you wanted to delete a table, select the table and click on delete button. If it is not going, then we'll have to click on this delete. Click on this and delete, and click on delete the table. Only then the whole table will be deleted. Otherwise, only the content is getting deleted. So you will have to select the whole table, go to the delete tab, and click on delete table. Right. Now, insert a picture. If you wanted to insert a picture, just give me a moment. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. Okay. So here I am going to insert a picture. Okay, insert picture, and you have different options. There is an option called from this device. If you have any picture in your device, in your system, you wanted to insert that picture, you can select this device. If you are selecting this device, it will ask you for the location where you have stored the images. Okay. In this insert picture tab, okay, you can specify the location where this picture is stored. Okay, currently in my device I don't have any picture as such. So what I will do is I'll go to the pictures. And I'll click on stock images. Stock images is where Microsoft has its own stock images. Okay, Microsoft have got collaborated with so many image vendors. Okay, and they have got their own stock of images. You can use any of the stock images, but if you are clicking on the stock images, you will have to be connected to the internet. Janvi, can you tell me whether this stock images window is visible?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
It's visible. All right.
Yes.
Okay, so here I can search. For example, I wanted to have a flower image. Okay, I'll click on flower, and I can select any image from this particular stock images. There are so many beautiful images available. You can choose any kind of image. So for example, I'm going to click on this image. I'll click on insert. It might take some time because it's getting downloaded from the internet. Okay, now I have got the image downloaded to my document. Now, I can change the size of this. I can change the size of this image. I can increase or decrease the size of this image. Okay, and there is another option. There is another option where we can work on. It's called layout, image layout. Okay, I'm clicking on this. Here you can see small button. Okay, this is the here. If you're clicking on this particular button, I'll get layout options. There are different layout options available. Okay, for example, I am clicking on this particular layout option. This is with the text wrapping. So I'll click on this. Let us see what happens. See, what happened was, I'll just get my image to the center. So what happened was, I have the text content. I have the text content, surrounded with this image. I have text content on the left. I have text content on the right, top, bottom, everywhere I have text content. Now my image is inside the center of the text content. Okay, this is one layout option available. Another layout option available is we don't have to look on all these layout options. Okay, these are some layout options which is commonly used. That is what I am trying to tell. Okay, now this layout option is where we don't have text content on the left and right. All my text content will be on the top and the bottom of this particular image. Okay, this is another layout option. This is another layout. Okay, now another layout is behind the text. So this will not disturb the text alignment. This will not disturb the text layout at all. Image will be behind the text. Image will be behind the text. Okay, and we have in front of the text also. So if I'm clicking on in front of the text, what happens is this image will be masking the text content. Image will be masking the text content. So you will not be able to read, the users or the readers will not be able to read the text content at all. Okay. So this is all work. This is where we can, this is how we can work with the layout options in an image. Now, when I'm getting an image, I can do so many manipulations on this image also. I can work this image. I can change the whole image into a totally different kind of a thing. Okay, so many options are available. When I'm selecting an image, I'll get an additional tab called picture format. Let us click on this picture format. There are so many options available. I have something called remove background. Okay, I don't know whether this remove background will work on this particular image because there is no big background which is identifiable here. Let us anyways try. No. Okay, it's just getting done.
Okay, your screen is unshared.
I think when I'm clicking on that particular thing, it's getting unshared. One second, I'll just share it again.
Yes. Yes, and now visible.
Now it's visible. All right.
Yes.
Now another thing is that, so I'm not getting into this. So for example, you have an image. For example, it is your image and you are standing in front of Taj Mahal. Okay, and you don't want the Taj Mahal to be seen. You wanted only your image to be seen. The background should be removed. In that case, you can try this remove background. This image doesn't have a different background because the whole image have a background and the image together. So that is why it is not working properly. Now, when I'm going to the corrections, in the corrections, you can increase or decrease the brightness or even the contrast also. Okay, we have predefined, predefined brightness and contrast options. This is brightness 40% and contrast 40%. So see, the image has been, the brightness has been changed. And if you wanted to manually adjust the brightness and the contrast, okay, see here, I am getting another option called format picture. Here I can increase the brightness, or increase the contrast, or even decrease it also. So many options are available. Increase brightness, contrast, sharpness, picture color, so many things are available. Okay, I'll get this back to my original image. This was my original image. Now I can go to this color. Okay, there are different color options are also available. I don't want this to be in the colorful pattern. I wanted to change this to black and white, the gray shade. Okay, so now my colorful image has been converted to a grayscale image. And if you wanted only one single color to be seen there, only one single color. For example, I wanted to see only this blue color. So this is single color. Actually, my image had different colors, but now I have converted this to a single color image. Then there is something called artistic effects. All these things I am just browsing through this. I want everyone to go there and insert an image, work with all these things, explore, because you might not know what all things would require when you are working with a document. Okay, so you just have to understand. Again, the image is, I don't know what is happening. There is some problem. I think the screen is again invisible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Don't know. Whether it's my system problem or not, I don't know.
Now visible, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So here I have artistic effects. You can change the artistic effects with the image. Now there is something called transparency. Okay. Transparency is where, for example, your layout is behind the text. Okay. Now I'll go to the transparency and I'll go to the picture transparency options and I'll increase the transparency. I'll increase the transparency. See what happened? The image has the transparency, the color of the image has been blurred. Okay, the transparency is increased so that now the text can be seen and even the image is also visible. So this is how you can work with the transparency. This is one example of using the transparency, and there will be different other usages also for this transparency options. Now you have something called picture styles. Okay, picture styles. There are so many styles available. You wanted to cut this to an oval shape. Okay, now my image has been cropped to an oval shape. There are so many different options. This is a kind of a 3D kind of an image. Okay, this is a 3D kind of an image. This is another style. Okay, so many different styles are available. You can use any styles which matches to your document and which matches to your requirement. So many different options are available. Explore this. Explore all these options, okay, in the picture style. Okay. I had one more thing. Let me see. Okay. Leave it. And as these are all predefined styles. Okay. These are all predefined styles. But you can edit, you can create your own style by using these three things. You can have a picture border. Now actually this picture is having a border. Okay. If you don't want this border, I can go to no outline. Now this is back to the normal picture. Okay. And if you wanted to add a border with this color, this border can be added. You can change the thickness of this border also. I don't want this much thick border. I just wanted a small thin line border. So I've created a thin line border. The weight is very less now. The weight is very less now. Okay. And we have picture effects. Picture effects where we can specify the shadow as we had done with the text. The same thing can be applied in the image also. Okay. Shadow is there. Reflection is there. Glow. You can increase a glow to the image. Soft edges. For example, I wanted to have a small feather effect to this. I need to remove the outline, only then it will be visible. Small feather. And 3D rotation. 3D rotation in the picture effects. Okay, soft edges, bevel in the image. So many options. So this can be understood and only when you explore this. Only when you explore this. Till that point, you won't be able to understand this properly. Okay, so everyone, please, whenever you are getting time to practice, please work on and try to explore all the options which is available in the images. Now we have shapes also. You can insert a shape. You can insert a shape. Different shapes are available. If you wanted to insert a rounded corner rectangle, I'll click on that, and using this plus button, I'll just drag this diagonally. And I'm getting this particular shape. Now, for some shapes, you will also get a small yellow button. In some shapes, it will be there. What does this yellow button do? I'm clicking this yellow button and just dragging it. Now you can see that the rounded corners, that roundness is being increased. The roundness is being increased. I can get this back to the normal one. Okay, I can increase or decrease the roundness. But in case of another shape, for example, I'll take this particular shape, arrow mark. Okay. In this case, I have two yellow points. First yellow point is to change the pointer size of this arrow mark. I can increase or decrease the pointer size of this arrow mark. And at this yellow point, I can change the width of the arrow mark. Width of the tail of the arrow mark. Okay, so different shapes will have different yellow points. Okay. Now, if you wanted to insert a shape and if you wanted to insert an image to this shape, you can insert an image also, so that that image fits into this particular shape. Okay, so I'll right click on this. I'll right click and not save as picture. Yeah, shape fill. In the shape format, if you go to the shape fill, either you can have a color fill, a single color fill, or a gradient color fill, or a picture also. If you are clicking on the picture, again this particular option will come. You can insert a picture from the desktop, from the device, or from the stock images, or from the online pictures. For example, I am going to the stock images. I am inserting another picture of a flower or a plant in this case. Okay, I'll search for an image of a plant and I am clicking on this particular image and clicking on insert. Now this image will be inserted inside this particular. One second. Inside this particular triangle, right? So this is how you insert an image to a shape. Okay, and even you can insert a texture also. Texture is these kinds of patterns. Okay, you can insert a texture also inside this image. Right, and you can change the size of this particular shape either by dragging these points, or you can specify the height and the width of this particular shape. So here this is the height of this of this shape. I can increase the height to 5 centimeter. Okay, see, now the height has been changed. I can increase the width to again 5 centimeter. Width is also changed. So both ways, either you can drag, you can use these points, or you can go here and specify the size so that you get a precise size for the shape. Clear? So these are all the options available in the insert shapes. So like that, you have 3D models are available. You can explore that. You have smart art available. You have chart available. Smart art, I think we'll take it while we are learning PowerPoint. Okay, that will be easier for you. You can include even a video also in this document. Okay, and we'll be taking you through the header, footer, and all in the post-noon session. Now I think we'll. I know it's 10 minutes earlier, but I don't think we can complete the header footer section, in the next 10 minutes. So I think it is better to break it. Janvi, how do you say? Can we break it now and get back to the sessions maybe earlier?
Yes, sir. Sure. If I can check if there are any questions or queries, so that we can
that we can do. Yeah, that we can do now.
Yes, sir. Sir, one question is banded row and banded column is same, and it's just row and column, right?
Yeah, it's just row and column. Yeah.
Okay.
Banded row and banded columns. Banded rows are for the rows. Banded columns are for the alternate columns to be shaded.
Okay, sir. Fine. I think the student got it. Now there is one more question: is how to remove the red line in paragraph?
How to remove the red line in the paragraph? This red line, if you are talking about.
Yes, sir. I think so. Yes, sir.
Okay. This is actually. Word is telling us that there is a small spelling mistake. For example, I am putting this like this. Now, this is something which is unidentifiable in any dictionary. Okay, so word is telling us to check this. Okay, so that if there is any corrections, we can correct it. Otherwise, we might leave it unnoticed, right? So we might be typing this only after when we are checking this thing. Now we will understand that there is a small mistake. Now, if I'm correcting this mistake, that red line will be gone.
Got it, sir. Sir, next question is, would you please repeat inserting an image into a shape?
Inserting image to a shape. Okay, fine.
Yes.
So I'll insert a shape here. Okay. I'll select the shape. I'll go to the shape format. And here I have something called shape fill. Click on shape fill. Okay. And click on this picture. Select the picture option here. Okay. From this point, I think you can take. You can either take a image from the desktop or from the device, or from a stock image, or from online pictures also. Anyways, I'll just show this again, since we have five more minutes time. I'll search for a plant image. I'll select this image. I'll click on insert. It will download that particular image. This is where I'm losing the screen sharing.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. I'll share this again. Yeah, see, now I have got the image inside the shape. Hope it's clear for you.
Yes, sir. Fine. It's clear, sir. So in Microsoft 365, are these options not available, sir?
Office 365, all these options are available.
Yeah, because
I'm
student
using
is
the same
asking.
Office 365 only.
Okay. Yeah, because the student is asking, it is not available in this online version.
Online version, most of the options say, online version is not available.
Okay.
Online version have some limitations. Not all the features have been included in the online versions. That is for Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything. Some features are not enabled in the online version. So to get full-fledged of this, you have to use the desktop version only.
Okay, got it. Yeah, then one more question is, can you repeat how do you add extra row in table?
Okay, adding extra row in a table. Fine. I'll insert a table for that. Okay, now I have 2 rows. Now I'll go to the last cell. Okay, the second row, third column, last column. Okay, and now from here, I'll just press my tab key. In the keyboard, we have a tab key, right? I'll click on tab key. Now I've got one more row.
So this is clear, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So if there are no more questions, we can break for lunch, and
yes, sir, sure.
we can come back at sharp 1, right, Janvi?
Yes, sir. Sure.
All right.
Yes. So students will be taking a break now, and we'll be resuming back at 1 o'clock. So take a quick break and then resume at 1 o'clock. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So Janvi,
Yes.
now we will be ending the session and we'll be continuing with the next, this one, no?
Next link. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. So you will end it from your part, right?
Yes, sir. I'll end.
Yeah.